Okay, now we're going to go over 6 fighters that Anthony Joshua wants to fight before he retires. Number 1 is Alexander Usyk. Usyk is coming up from cruiserweight, from being undisputed up into the heavyweight division. We have not actually got a chance to see how he would do at the heavyweight division really yet. He's was scheduled to fight Derek War Chisora, but as people know, because of the pandemic, it's put on hold. But it's an interesting fight because Alexander Usyk is very technical. He possesses switch hit capabilities, although he hasn't really executed it yet. You can catch him working on it in his training camp, and he's very technical. He's a very savvy fighter. Most people think that he can't take the weight in the heavyweight division, or most people are curious just to see how he would take a punch in the heavyweight division. Either way, a fight between him and Anthony Joshua would both be good visually and both be good financially. I actually look forward to that fight, and that's a fight I would actually like to see Anthony Joshua go rounds with instead of going for a knockout. I would like to see exchange when it comes to these two. Now, next up on his list is none other than the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder. Anthony Joshua has stated before, whether Deontay Wilder has a belt or not, he still wants to fight him, so there's nowhere to go. So the fact that Deontay Wilder said that if Tyson Fury beats him again, he's going to retire is rather disappointing, because that would mean that Tyson Fury made you retire. Because as I recall, Deontay Wilder said he could box for another 10 years. That means Tyson Fury will have retired Deontay Wilder. Just another embarrassing dent on his legacy. But moving on, it's none other than the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. What else can I say about Tyson Fury I have not said already? By the way, if you've not checked out the Gypsy King, you need to go check that out. So therefore, I have nothing else to say about Tyson Fury. You know that Tyson Fury is a great fighter. He's one of the best moving heavyweights that you will ever see in the division, hands down and period, and technical. So therefore, this would be a great fight. This is where the road ends to me. This is where Anthony Joshua legacy goes into another stratosphere, or the Gypsy King Tyson Fury truly goes down as the reign killer, regardless of who he may have fought in between. The statements and the things that he has done and the people who he has stopped on their home turf will be something that legends is made of. So yes, this is a very good fight. 4th is Luis Ortiz. Now, at least on the PBC side of things, claimed that Luis Ortiz was supposed to be some kind of boogeyman, but his most declarated win was over Brian Jennings, which is nothing special in itself. Although Luis Ortiz is a good boxer, he doesn't seem to have had those opportunities, or have taken those opportunities or fights that would put him really up and considered the higher echelons of when it comes to the heavyweight division. It's probably due to the fact that Luis Ortiz management, because probably because he's Cuban, his paperwork or whatever. But one thing's for sure, the only reason why he's considered what he's considered is because PBC built him up that way, and because the heavyweight division is not big, so we need everybody to count that's of any kind of skill, I would say. But even though Luis Ortiz carries great skill, and as the Cuban boxer reputation carries, they're very technical, they're very good. So although Luis Ortiz is, older than, the concept of even counting a human being's age, it would still be an interesting fight, and I would still like to see it. Okay, now the next two is not worth my breaking down, but it is Adam Kalnacki and it is Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Okay, Adam Kalnacki, just like Andy Reid, seems like once he became champion, he became lackadaisical when it came to the gym. Okay, because as you know, he has recently lost his strap, and therefore I don't really see him being able to stay on top or being anything that's being ready to pose a position or be in a position other than somebody who's ready to accept a check from the landlord. And that is the same thing that goes for Big Baby Miller. What can I say about Big Baby Miller? In his words, cheeseburger. And with that being said, if Anthony Joshua managed to put all these other names on his list, he will have one of the best resumes of his era, hands down. It will definitely not be forgotten, and people wouldn't be too far-fetched to put his name up there when it comes to the likes of Lennox Lewis, when it comes to accomplishments and what they did in their era. But then again, that's just my opinion. Bruce Fang, I'm out.
Ох, на какой